Greetings. This is another live I'm making. Um, I just been doing some internalization and was uh, recently came across a book, audio book by young Carl Young, right? And something just occurred to me. All my life, I've been chasing joy. You know, growing up, it's been it was very complicated being an orphan. Um, in an environment where he basically was an hostage. And something deeper inside of me quickly came to terms with it. And I sought my way out. So I never really took the opportunity to really embrace, or I thought I did. I thought I did, but even after a while, I realized joy never really came out of those things. Because I felt stagnant. Then all this, all this excitement, or what you would say now, all this excitement or ecstasy, then, you grow past it. My only comfort was, the television, and I was like, and, it's really hard for me to come up with certain things because I always hide myself. But I want to leave a marker, or I just want, my story be told. But my favorite station was like Cartoon Network, right? All the other stations were there, but looking back at it now, that would be my go-to station for anything all the time. But if nothing is going on, I'll observe what's on the other stations, right? So, yeah. After a while, when I became 16, I was already out there, but not out there compared to what is out there. So, all of these things that I use to numb down the pain or bring me to another. And there was times I had without it, so those times I just would be hoping for it, and then when I got it for a good while, I realized I don't really need it anymore. And then especially the fact that in this age or era where, like a lot of paganism is right before you. And I grew up in a Catholic, I grew up in a Catholic environment. I went to a Catholic prep school. So, these things seem very unusual to me. Right? Even being an adult now and getting out there. And I don't really socialize. I'll socialize with people just to the extent where, to seem normal, because I know there's a term when in Rome, do like the Romans. So, but how I see myself is as an external force that's observing to as much as I possibly can with the experience and knowledge I have retained up to that very moment and what I can express at that time. Right? So, I just feel very unusual to me and how these are standards that are upheld like I said, I come from a Catholic environment growing up. So these things seem very paganistic to me. I growing up, I understood that is aspect part of the culture, but I never knew, times where I would like to entertain. No, not like that to that extent. That deep inner fear that, you know, when growing up in those kind of religious environments, basically mold your identity to, not indulging. You feel like the moment you indulge in it, you're going to get beat over the head with the stick, all sort of stuff going to happen to you. God going to stop love you, and the devil capture your soul. You're basically sipping on the wine of the devil. But I always hide that aspect of myself also, that I fear indulgence to that extent. I don't even really watch porn like that because I was afraid. And I usually just make it seem like play it off like the macho man, like, nah, we don't do them stuff there. Cause you see me, we're always working. Too busy doing great stuff. But really and truly, yeah, we are afraid. Catholic Church build you up to fear, say God always watching you. But I'm not saying it in a way where for saying nothing against anything or anybody. I'm not saying it is as if it is a bad thing or is it a good thing. I'm just here to tell the message. But yeah. Yeah, I got what's staying on with the devil. Yeah, Catholic Church. I went from a yeah, so it seems very unusual to me. Like, and that's why I felt like, I could have, at one point of time, I just, the fight, they got the fight out of me, especially the fact that the I lost my vision. I lost my vision to a high degree. So all that fight came out of me. So, I was okay with not okay. I was really suffering. But I conformed to being a prisoner because I saw that on the outside was worse than I had control over how harsh the punishment would be in here. But I couldn't have no control over that. And, you know, I feel like after a while, people was just boosting me. People were just boosting me, playing my ego. Those females at school was just tickling my ego. Hell no. These people are really crazy. Some of you females, like the females that I was dealing with in high school, some of them had older guys. And when they showed me, I became very scared because I like, yo, at one point of time, men, no, aren't really men. Because I remember like growing up when I was like 5, 10-year-olds look like fully grown teenagers. And then like when I was like in high school, everybody looked like an adult. Beard, full grown beard, or everything, the whole works. You see me, even their body built and sculpted already. Like how I would look now. So, yeah, I see like that's what's playing with my ego. Really and truly, this is just what's a school playground with children. And I came from a prep school and this is a public school. So, it's easier for me to use my brain on y'all, right? But out in the real world, where people really angry, and I can't really see, and I've been on some Jedi shit, pretending like me dep on some Jedi shit that I really wasn't. Cause you see me, couple times me get hit good and never really see it coming. You see me, couple times me get hit good and me not really try get knocked out at school. Maybe I'll take my knockouts at home, and I thought that shit stopped after the bitch died. You know, sorry to say that, but I just telling you how it was when it transpired and my perspective at the time. So thought she was dead, so no more dealing with that. So at one point of time when I never knew, she was the devil to me. And then, like when you say the devil dead, you begin to believe, internalize that you're mortal. Like people now gonna understand. Imagine you come into a world and you never really, nobody really took the time to share with you your placement or their placement in the world. What's their role, or you know, nobody really share that information. But yet you learn, they're sending you to school to learn a bunch of things, to learn language, to learn mathematics, and then now you try to mold your own world with a little bit of information that you have, right? So I went to a Catholic school. So that's how it came down to now I saw her as the devil. Cause everything that they were teaching me, you see me? I said like, yo, why this sound like I have the devil at home? Like, your people I then lie, um, 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 do all sort of sadistic shit. I never said that, but like, now I'm trying to express myself. But like, you know, you're saying all these things. You're coming to all the, you have to come to a definitive no, I really scared. I scared out of my mind. And I feel like I was already out of my mind. Like I was suffering a concussion or something. And, it occurred to me, so like, we just go have a hold it and just settle. At one point in time, when I was little, I was fearful to even grow up. Cause I don't know how I would manage. What would there be for tomorrow? Sometimes I never want more tomorrow come because I don't know how I would have handled tomorrow. You're hungry today and no hopes of eating tomorrow. And it's just straight that. Straight that. It's just straight that. You're going to school and you're being sent to school, not eating. And you know what was the most ironic thing? After what I observed in prep school, I was always treated like the poor kid for no reason. For no reason more than that these people think they knew something. And I didn't know what they know. I didn't know why even I supposed to know. So I had made that, I took that as an identifier and transition into high school with that identifier, and it just shook me. Some of my classmates would revere themselves even poorer than myself. You know, some of my classmates even found me even attractive and just inherently without me even trying to do anything. Without me trying to look macho or masculine or anything. Just sitting there. And it intrigued me. Yeah, as a woman, I always like my smile. And, they don't know, say that they just flip my whole world on its back. It's like you just flip, like you just, and I like this, so I just go run with this. You see me, I like this version of it. You see me, all the other version before, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but if you telling me that, okay, you see me, tell me some more. Tell me some more. What else you have to tell me? God, no, these motherfuckers lying to me. I know these motherfuckers lying. They've been lying. I've been working, even though they're saying this shit, I've been working against it. So I saying like, oh yeah, make it seem like somebody had do something and them efforts just meaningless. Just going to be discarded. They didn't even care. You see me? What I see come down to is care. How much you care. And you can care about something, but the care where you invest don't have to be positive. And that's what people neglect, or I felt like people purposely neglecting it or choosing to neglect that fact. You can there's a far difference with care and there's obsession. I see it as a polarity, like a spectrum. I feel obsession is where the negative aspect come in, and care is really, really what you know you should strive for. You should strive for in doing anything. You know, and even at the time when I just entered high school, I was fat. I was kind of chubby still, like baby fat and all them stuff there. I feel like why I gained so much weight is because when my aunt was around, she used to carry me to McDonald's when it existed in my country, and she would always carry me to McDonald's to dump me into the play pen. I guess it's just to not pay me no mind, So I did that. I never really I never really enjoyed it because I just was always thinking about escaping. That's that's my biggest car, and I've always felt like this impression, like you look in adults' face, and you see in their face like they're not really excited to see you, or it don't seem like they want you around. So I know said that was a danger, that was a red flag to me. Cause the only time I get any freedom, or not freedom, I get any peace is when I'm not up here. with the people them in the house. You know, to me, by comparison, I don't know if she was abusive. At the time, I never see it as abusive. She maybe was, but it didn't matter because it didn't really offend me or affect me in any way compared to what they were doing. You know, I would like my own company. I like my own company. So whenever she leave me alone, it never matter. It's not like I was like the rest of children were going to take up a scissors and run around the house. I don't know why. I usually saw them as crazy too. Like, why would you do that? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I do dumb shit sometimes, but no. Like, that's how I was like as a kid. Like, no. Like, no, I wouldn't do the shit that I see Tom and Jerry do. And no. I know this thing named survival. Yeah, I do have. Yeah, I would do dumb shit like punch the wall and stuff like that. But I feel like knowing no, seeing no, I knew what I was doing. Or someone was telling me what to do. But I was watching Kung Fu movies. I used to like watch Kung Fu movies too. Those old time Kung Fu movies. And the comedic ones, them too. But you know, I always felt like it was saying, watching these movies was saying something to me. I always felt like everything was saying something to me. And there was some deeper message, or regardless of what it was. And then now, coming after 2020, you realize that, oh, I realized that, oh, no, I realized from way before that. But when people giving the confirmation with all these I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't indulge in, I used to indulge, not indulge, but I used to like listen creepy pastas. Cause I have vague memories. Like I tell you, I used to watch Cartoon Network and some other shows too. So all those weird ASMRs that used to show on Adult Swim, I caught those. You know, I used to try train my mind to like basically have a alarm clock. So I use my ears as a trigger. So I just wait to listen out for a theme song that showed on the TV. And then I'll just immediately either wake up. Sometimes I'll wake up. A lot, like, after a while, I'm not saying I mastered it, but I caught it enough for it to workable, right? And I use it for school also. Wake up for school also. I know. You know, it's just ingrained. I use it to wake up for work. So yeah, I'll listen out. And then once I hear the theme song, I'll wake up and watch it. Like Naruto and shit. Dragon Ball Z. The Toonami Black that's happened take place after Adult Swim. I never knew that growing up, you know. for some weird reason, I never knew that. I never knew Adult Swim till I was like, when was the first time I watched King of the Hill? Like I was 12, and I was like, what's going on here? Why is shows more seem like adult orientated? Like even my grandmother used to even like watch Adult Swim, and my grandfather, he wasn't really my grandfather, but he was an asshole. So, and but yeah, King of the Hill. So those shows were awesome, man. Those shows taught me a lot about life, not Family Guy. But American Dad awesome though. Yeah, about life. I started growing up. I started thinking like about Family Guy, like this retarded white man, this retarded blue collar white man. Yeah, and then when I started going online, I started to see like a lot of white men are like this, like, oh, like look, coming like this. I just found it hilarious. Like, yo, uh, they're acting silly, and they think I'm this really intelligent person when I'm just a 16-year-old. Um, when I'm just a 16-year-old Jamaican who have access to the internet. So, it was very funny. And Wilbur does. Although I really did take offense to what they're saying, that's why I felt like to put so much time into sharing my perspective, views and things, world views and things. And they came to even, respect it. I thought it was about racism. Really, it wasn't. And I don't know how I came to think that. Just the couple instances. And it was, it's me trying to paint that picture as if, for say, it is motivated by that. Cause I think this is what these people was trying to do, like the okey doke with my family. Like they're trying to make it seem like all the things that was happening to me was presumably because of racism. Even the fact that when they were used to even call me nigger in here, this is why I even said the word nigger now. I feel like even if Yankees them want to get upset with saying, oh, I'm a Jamaican, that's their term. Fuck y'all niggas. But me in here being called nigger in a 2020 must say fucking what up to 2021? Nah, bro. Yeah, fuck y'all if y'all talk about the Mexicans and the, but you not go pull up on me like that. More y'all try that. But pull up on me like that. Talk about me can't use that word because me's from Jamaica. Suck on no mother. Fuck y'all feelings. When them in here call me nigga, my school teachers them a call me nigga. So the fuck me is not a nigga. No, me can't use the word nigga. Me need a pass. We're not lucky. We're not bumblecleat lucky. Not even lucky. We're not luddy. Like that bumble supervisor we would say. No. Oh, me in here get called nigger. Nigger. So I don't know pertaining to that. 'Cause I feel like I'm not try to build it up for be that way. 'Cause learning what me I learn now is like knowing what me know or not, I don't know. To be honest, I just gonna have to sit to the end. And when I try and it's so you know, I always try as best to take care of myself. That's always been my first initiative. Tell no, we have to put that in the back seat and just hold on to faith. So we just put in the right work, uh, it will prevail now. Cause we see God give it the little blessings. You know, I feel very much that although going forward I don't know what's there is, but I feel like I've always chosen, made the right decisions moving forward with anything. Everything else could not would have just been like I like how they want to say things predetermined. I don't feel like I'm not saying I'm an infallible person, but I'm saying all my infallibilities. Bro, because they are saying if I did play the role of being moving forward, they would have definitely see my movement. So obviously it would have been to them. Cause it would have been something unacceptable by them. So I always put my position playing conformity, and then when I don't conform, I always choose what I conform to and what I don't conform to, and I usually let go of conformity when I see say it's a waste of time and there is not much that benefiting me. But it's hard for play that role as an adult because when at the moment you can't when I notice him you conform, they start bully you. They immediately start bully you. Cause when I usually conform as a under when I was younger, under guise of these people. I would have get there's times where I would have get break, like a 3 month break, like a 3 month break to cool off, no cussing. All I have to do is just stay in whatever room I'm in or stay in my corner and I not see people. I had time to think for myself and now care what or whatever because a lot of people like to build up all sorts of crazy distortions about life, about people. So, I always ignore it, and I still say it's the best thing that I did ignore it. At one time, I used to think like maybe I should have done something. Maybe I should have trust one of them females there in high school and try do the fuck boy style and say, yo, Jalo, man, I don't know where to stay on my family abusing me. You see me? But I just never trust people enough. And then I don't see where that was going. And I like my comforts being in my room. I don't want to be under people. I just never want to be under. anyone, especially no woman. You see me, I just, even the idea that no, I'm glad I never took that path because I don't know, start, I don't want, but I'm glad I not do. I remember when I was trying to do it with my so-called friend, right? Friend, right? Wait, but she want me, I don't even know. I still kind of, I thought I got over it, but I still kind of feel rough. But I was trying to do it, you know, trying to, but she don't have enough space, and she said, so I just did have to hold it, and then hold it, and then tell it became unbearable, and then I had to move, go somewhere else. And then, you know, it became somewhat tolerable. But I just never like, oh, the man them keep on come to me and I try like over sexualize things. I guess that's where how the environment set. But Jano, you see me when in Rome there was the romance, but not everything I feel like we can take on one time with the romance. With the romance too. You see me? If I say, yeah, get my deal with no woman, I like my privacy. I don't like people that watch me. People always watch me and I don't really like it like that. Isn't it so? No, I'm not conform no more. I was conforming, but I'm not conform no more. You wash your own plates. Them. No, that's what I was saying in my mind. And I just ignore everything. I'm not even try. I go work